I will show you how to design and white label your Looker Studio reports, and the best way to do it is with some examples with the possibilities that you have. In this first report, as you can see, I can add the logo, the background, the border. I can even change the colors depending on the values in the pie charts, and I am using conditional formatting that, depending on the data source name, I can display a different background for the cells. Another example for this report, I can adjust the pie chart and also the time series or the area chart, so I can easily spot what data source I am visualizing. And as I can edit the pie charts and the bar charts, I can also edit the tables. Here I can display the images of the data source or the logo of the data source, the images of the post. I can actually change the color, the background color of my table, and adding even a title. So as you can see, the possibilities of customizing my charts are endless, but I will show you another example. This Klaviyo report shows a different color in the background, has a different logo. Actually, I can make the elements consistent across all my pages. You don't need to copy and paste the same logo or the same menu. Actually, I can make these elements report level, so these elements are consistent across all the pages in this report. I can also change the navigation and the pages. As you can see, I have audience acquisition. I can change the styling of my chart. This is a modern chart with a gradient or a bar chart. I can change the color in my bar chart so I can have a different connotation. For instance, unsubscribe is a bad metric or a bad connotation, so it is in red. If I have new subscribers, I can add them in purple so the audience understands quickly what this metric is about. Also, I can use these bar charts to make visually easier to understand the scale of this metric. If I go to a new report after watching this, you will see that I have an image for my funnel. Funnels are beautiful, as I shown in other classes, because they help you understand the relationship between metrics and they show you where, in what part of your funnel, you are missing or you need to optimize. Now, after I see this data with Klaviyo, I can go to this GA4 report example. By the way, if you are wondering how I change the scales or the palettes of the colors, I have some websites that I will reference in the description of this video where you can find inspiration for using different colors on your reports. Here, already you are familiar with this, with funnels, with time series. This is something that we have already seen in another lesson. But what is important that I wanted to show you is that the possibilities are endless. So I have dark backgrounds, I have white backgrounds, I have this HubSpot report, I have this beautiful time series. So as you can see, it's impressive. This is the final example I want to show you. If you want to show the relationship between multiple metrics, I think these workflows are beautiful. And everything that I am doing is simply drawing lines. I can actually use lines in my Looker Studio reports. With these examples, here is the introduction on how to design and white label your reports on Looker Studio. I will see you in the next lessons. One of the easiest ways to design your Looker Studio dashboards is with images and text, and I will show you some examples. Here, I will click on image, upload from computer, and I will paste it right here as a header. I will do the same for a footer. So I will go to image, upload from computer, and now paste this footer. This is simple Canva designs, and I can do the same with my logo. So I will add the image, upload from computer, and I will add my company logo, and finally also a funnel template event. So upload from computer and the funnel. By the way, we created on Figma and on Canva a set of hundreds of funnel designs so you can add them on your Google Slides or Looker Studio reports and presentations so they look better. I will send you a link in the description of the video so you can access to these resources. Here I already added this funnel and the rest is super simple. I will add some text. So in text, I will paste it right here and I will call this stage visibility. I will make this text bigger, 40 pixels is okay, and I will make it bold. I will center this text and I will copy and paste and I will change this for engagement, and the final stage of my funnel is conversion. Now I only need to add a chart here like a scorecard, and that's how you can design your Google Looker Studio reports with images, logos, funnels, headers, and footers. I hope you like this tutorial. Let's customize the menu and the navigation of our Looker Studio dashboard. To get started, I will click on page 2 of 8. So I am in the second page in a report with 8 pages currently, and I will click again and I will edit these pages. First, I will edit this page, I will rename it, and I will call it cross-channel performance. The first page, I want to edit it as well, and I will select an icon and I will use this campaign icon and apply. I will also add an icon to the second page. So click on edit, select icon, and choose the stack bar chart and apply. Now I will show you sections. I can use sections to group my pages. For instance, a section for SEO, a section for social media, and a section for paid performance. So I will create this section, I will drag and drop here, and I will add an icon and I will rename it. So click on edit, rename, and I will call this section styling, just for example. And after I select the icon, I will use this dashboard icon and apply. Now I will drag and drop all the pages I want within this section. What is next? I will show you how it looks like for the end user. If I go to the menu, now I have a drop down, a section, and if I click here, I will be able to display the pages within the section. There is a page that I don't want. I don't want to have shapes here, but I don't want to eliminate it either. So I will click on edit for this page and I will click on hide in view mode. So I will hide it. And finally, to change the navigation of my Lucrestio report, I will add a header. So the header here, I can drag and drop it in the top and I will call it marketing performance. I am almost done. I will drag and drop also the shapes page below, so I don't need to see it in the edit mode, and I will go to a view mode. In the view mode, you won't see the shapes page, and also you will see the header and also the section. So I think we are done with this navigation, but I can also change the styling, the colors, and the background. Let me show you how to do it. I will go back to edit and I will go to theme and layout. On theme and layout, go to customize. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you will see the option page navigation style. First, I will change the font of this menu. The first change will be this purple. The second font for the non-selected text will be also this purple, but it is darker. And the background will be this pink. And if I click here, you will be able to see a very manly and masculine menu on your Lucrestio reports. I will see you in the next lesson. Here is the report level feature on Google Looker Studio. Let's say we just created this page on our dashboard, and if I want to create a new page on our report, I need to add the logo and the header and the date range again for every page I create. Or maybe not, I can do this. I can go back to a page I had created already. I can select the elements I want to keep in all my report pages. I will select them, I will do a right click, and I will select Make Report Level. With that, I will select a new page, and these elements will be fixed across all the pages on my reports. This is how you can create and make elements report level on Google Looker Studio. Let's add reference lines in our time series or bar charts in our Looker Studio reports. I will go to Style, I will select reference line, and the first type will be a constant value. I will set $2 million of daily ad spend as a target. I will call it a miserable average budget for any business. The label will be target, and I will display the value of the label so I can see that every day I should spend only $2 million on advertising. I will change this line color, I will make it purple, and I will add a second reference line. This time, this second reference line won't be a constant value, instead will be a metric. And by default, it will take one of the metrics in my time series. It is setting the ad spend, and the ad spend is displaying or aggregating by average. So I can see my target ad spend and my average ad spend. And this is how you can add reference lines on your Looker Studio charts. See you in the next lesson. Here is how to add conditional formatting on Google Looker Studio. Conditional formatting is great because it makes your data easier to read. In these examples, I am using conditional formats for both dimension values and metrics. In metrics, I am using a scale where I want to highlight the highest numbers, like the highest ad spend in red. And for dimensions, I want to add colors to add more context. For instance, TikTok is black, Facebook is blue, LinkedIn is boring blue, and so on. So I will create these conditional formats. Here I will select this table and I will go to style, then go to conditional formatting, and I will select a field. The field that I will use is the data source. And if the data source contains TikTok, now the rule is that this particular cell will be black and the font will be blue, and click on save. And with this, you already know how to do the rest. I will go to add, select field, then the data source contains Facebook, and if Facebook for that particular cell, make it blue, and done. The font will be white, save, Again, style, add, select field, blended data source, select a condition, contains, input value will be linked in this time, and for this cell, it, it will be boring blue. And done and save. So you already know how to create conditional formatting with single values. So I will click on save, and now I will continue with scales. This is different for this metric, so I will add a different conditional format. Instead of single color, I will do it with color scale. And I will select the field, it will be the add spend. So first I can switch the scale. I can say that the first color is actually, or the lowest color is actually green, and the highest color is red, because in this time I want to express ad spend as a bad thing, so it should be in red. So I will switch this. The first color will be this green that I like. The second color will be this yellow or orange. Done. And the final color will be red. Actually, I can add a fourth color, like an orange, to have a better scale. So I will add the percentage 75% for this scale. I will add this orange. I will click on save. And here's how you can create conditional formats on your Google Looker Studio reports. Here is the quickest hack to design your Looker Studio dashboards. Simply copy pasting styling. Let me show you. I will do right click in this table and I will copy. And then I will do right click in this other table and I will do paste special, paste style only. And here's how you can change the styling of all your charts at scale without additional settings. A very easy way to make your marketing dashboards more visual on Google Looker Studio is with shapes like lines, squares, or circles. In this example, I could use a line to draw a driver tree or a metric tree map, or however you call it, where I can draw the relationship between metrics. And this visualization is very useful because it shows that my data is both strategic and tactical. Strategic when it is global, like the total sales, and tactical when my metric is very specific. And while I was saying all of this about tree maps, I created it. Now I will show you another shape. Instead of a line, I could draw, for instance, a square. So I will paste it right here, and it is gray. I don't like it. I will change the color. It will be this purple. Maybe I will change it again, so I will make it gray. I will make it purple again, but I will send it back. So here the order will be sent to back. Now it will be in the back, and in the front it will be my driver tree. And here is how you can add shapes and lines to your Looker Studio dashboards to make them more visual. Let's customize our Looker Studio dashboard's theme and layout. I will click here on theme and layout and you will see some standard templates for our theme. This white, this gray, this black, and this brown, for instance. As you can see, we are changing the background colors and also the chart colors, but I will go back to the initial one because I want to customize it. So I will click here, then I will click on customize, and I will change the report background. This time I will make it this purple, and it is terrible and ugly, but it is not my only problem. If I go to other pages, these changes will affect all the pages on my report. So I will revert this change. I will go back to page 2 of 10. I will go back to the initial page I was working on. And here I will change again. So theme and layout, customize, and the background will be again for the entire report, for all the pages, it will be this pink. By the way, I don't know if this is pink, but I will say it is pink during the tutorial, okay? Here, I want to change only this page background color. So I will go to page and current page settings. For this particular page, I will zoom this out and I will go to style. I have some settings I can customize. For instance, the page background and also the page size. I will explain this. If I go to page background and I set it white, this change will only affect this particular page. The standard size of all the pages in my report are the width 1200 and the height are 1000. I will change it to 1100. Now, this page in particular is changed. Now I want to modify the elements or the charts on my Looker Studio report. So I will go back to theme and layout, customize, and you will see all the options to customize your report. But here I will go to component, background, and border. First, I will change the background. The background instead will be this purple. So the chart's background or the component background will be this purple. I will make this border rounded, and finally I will add a border color. So I will make it purple and the thickness will be 1. And as you can see, it will affect all the components or my dashboard. This is how you can customize your themes and layouts on Google Looker Studio. Let's customize the layout of our Looker Studio report. First, I will go to Theme and Layout, I will choose Layout, and the first change is the header visibility. By default, I have Always Show. I will go to View, and I can see the header, Dashboard Design as title, and the Edit button. But if I change it, so I will go back to Theme, Layout, and the visibility now will be initially hidden. I will go to view and I cannot see the header anymore. I don't like it, but there is an example. I only need to hover on the top of this page and I can see again the button edit. I will go again to theme and layout, and the next change is the navigation type. As you can see, the menu is in the left, but I will change it to tab. Now my pages are here in the top. I can see all the pages of this report, but I will change it back to left because I prefer it most of the times. Now, if I enable this respect report theme and I make this report or the display fit to width and I remove the margin of the report, I will show you now how our report looks like. I have no margin, which if you ask me, I prefer because now the entire page belongs to a report and there is no white space or something. And there is something that we are doing as well. If I change the size of this page, or if, for instance, I want to display the menu, I can see it here. But also, if you want to open this report from a mobile, now I can see this. This is interesting because this is the most similar thing to make your Looker Studio dashboards mobile friendly. This is not responsive, but at least it is mobile friendly. I will go back to edit to show you some of the settings that I can modify in the layout. So theme and layout. And finally, this is the most important one I will say, is the width and the height of my pages. If I change it from here, all the pages in my report will be changed, the size will be changed, but I can change it at the report level and also at the page level. I will go to a page level. So I will go to page, current page settings, and if I don't want to change all the pages but only this one, I will go to style, and for this particular page, I can change the width and the height. And this is how you can change the layout of your Looker Studio reports. To align and organize your charts on Looker Studio, simply select them all and do a right click and you will find the option align vertically or align horizontally. I will choose align vertically and click on middle. And here is how you can organize all at once your charts on Looker Studio. Here is how to use modern charts on Looker Studio. When I was recording this tutorial, they rolled out this tiny but neat feature. If I go to theme and layout and enable the modern charts option, there will be more features and settings I can modify in my charts. For instance, in this time series, I could go to style and set a gradient for this particular chart. Also for my pie charts, I could say, for instance, to reduce the slice padding and also change the border radius. And here is how you can make your Looker Studio designs more modern.